I just really don't know if it's right to remove a social animal from a social environment, or maybe a social environment in which they can participate. I can't help but think of dogs, think of pets, especially mammalian pets, as slaves now. I know I'm not allowed to say that word, but I can't help but think of them as unpaid labor and unreciprocated labor. Like, what's a service dog but an unpaid social companion, an unpaid parent? Because the things you need you need a service dog for, the things that your parent did for you when you were before 9 years old, and then your parent stopped because you're big enough now and you just never took on the responsibility for yourself. So then you go out, you get this dog, you train it, and now that's its whole life. But what's it paid in? How do you reciprocate? What do you sacrifice for that dog? It doesn't understand the food and the work. This was something that it took me some time. It took me some real working through with my cats to figure this out. I adopted, they're dead now, and that's part of why I'm homeless. But the last time I was about to be homeless and I was about to give up on life and just walk out into a street and hope for a semi was 2018, and I got these two cats. I adopted these two cats, and I didn't know. I thought they had been socialized and normalized and that they were just cats. I had no idea how severely they had been abused. I had no idea. It took almost 3 years of living with them to realize just that Wiley was a bag of broken bones. He was just a skin sack waiting to die. And he did, and it was horrible. But they were utterly ungrateful for everything I did for them. They were ungrateful for the food. They were ungrateful for the changing of the litter. In fact, Wiley had a bad habit of, after I would change the litter box, going and using my clean laundry, or my dirty laundry rather. I didn't keep clean laundry lying around at that time in my life. And so it took a lot. It took a lot for me to realize that you have to explain in a way that these animals will understand that this has to be a reciprocal. Well, for me, it had to be a reciprocal experience. It had to be a reciprocal relationship, because I wasn't going to go to work and feed them and clean literal shit for them just to avoid me. That wasn't happening. And in a lot of ways, that's what this is about. In a lot of ways, that's what I have to do with you, is I have to train you how to treat me, because if you don't know how to treat me, you don't know how to treat anyone. And so if you're mistreating me as an artist and a creative, you're mistreating significantly more successful artists and creatives significantly worse than you're treating me. Because you think any amount of being in public is a sin. And that does come from the pet trade. That does come from not knowing how to reciprocate with the people who give you things. That's assuming that everyone is like your parents and they just have to give it to you.